In this Tech Bite, Karen will show us how to set up tardies, dismissal slips, and emails for attendance in the staff portal.
So when you log into the staff portal, you choose the Manage menu, Configure Attendance. In this Tech Bite, we'll take a look at the Tardies, Dismissal Slips, and Emails tab. The other tabs are covered in separate Tech Bites.
So what's the purpose of this tab?
Well, the school can print or email tardy and dismissal slips and decide what they want to print on those.
Can we take a look at the different options?
Sure. We'll start by looking at tardy slips. You can decide what you want to print for the tardy slip header.
So in this example, the header is tardy admission slip.
Exactly. And then you decide whether you want the tardy slips to print automatically or on an as-needed basis.
So can you answer why might a school choose one option over the other?
Sure. If the school wants a tardy slip to print for all tardies when they're recorded, then they would choose to print automatically. If they want the staff member to choose whether to print the slip on a case-by-case basis, then they could choose on demand.
And then it looks like the school can decide what text they want to print on the tardy slip as well.
That's right. So in this example, the tardy slip prints report directly to this period's class.
I also see that there's an option to print a signature line on the slip.
There is. So you have the choice of leaving that option unchecked, so the signature line will not print, or to select the checkbox, so the signature line does print.
Now, are the dismissal slips set up the same way?
They are. You have the same choices for the header, the print options, the text to be printed, and whether you want to include a signature line.
All right, so how does the email option work?
Well, again, for the email, you have the option to send those emails either automatically or on demand.
What would a school use for the email address?
Well, they might use an attendance staff email address or the school office, like the registrar or the principal.
It looks like the school can choose which attendance codes to designate for the emails also.
Well, the school can choose any of the 4 options listed here to generate those emails, the absences, unexcused absences, tardies, or dismissals. However, those aren't specifically related to the attendance codes, but rather if the flag is set in the Edit Attendance Codes operation.
Can we take a look at how that's set up?
Sure. In the attendance menu, there's an option to edit attendance codes. So if a specific code is indicated that it relates to an absence where that percentage absent is greater than 0, or any of the options are selected for that code as unexcused, tardy, or dismissed, that's the flag that MMS uses to recognize attendance codes assigned to students that relate to the tardies and dismissals.
So these attendance flags are related to the checkboxes the school can choose?
Yes, you can choose any or all of the codes listed, and then the school can choose which contacts should receive the email.
Does the contact need to have that email flag set to yes in the student biographical editor?
They do. That's in NMS Generations. So the school can choose either all contacts that are eligible for email, they have that flag set to yes, or they can pick and choose specific contacts here. And then for the section on brief text messages, just like we saw for the printed tardy and dismissal slips, the school can choose what text is emailed to the student's contacts. They can choose the text for absences, unexcused absences, tardies, and dismissals. And then once all of the configure attendance tabs are completed, according to the school's choices, then you want to click Save to keep those attendance options that are set up.
Can a school come back and edit the attendance configuration if they need to?
Definitely.
Well, thanks so much for the information, Karen.
You're welcome.